ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored and grateful for this award, but this is an award not for me. This is an award for all Belarusian people who now are fighting for their freedom and their rights in my own country, Belarus. Without their courage, without their dignity, without their collective unity, I wouldn't stand here and getting this award. This is an award for freedom, and I think most of the people take freedom for granted. But sometimes freedom is something you have to fight for. I will tell you what freedom means for me and for all Belarusian people. Freedom is when you are a YouTube blogger, Tsikhanouskaya, tells the truth about bureaucracy and corruption in Belarus and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when activist Sviatlana defends political street art and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when women's leader Maria Kolesnikova tears her own passport not to be kicked out of the country and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when journalist Igor GLOBSEC writes the truth about politics and gets jailed for it. Freedom is when mediator Lydia Vlasova joins Coordination Council to solve political crisis and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when famous basketball player Elena Yevchenko supports protests against regime and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when a lawyer, Maxim Znak, explains the laws and people's rights and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when miner Yuri Korzun handcuffed himself underground in protest against violence and atrocities and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when human rights activist Marfa Rapkova conducts trainings for volunteers and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when a worker, Sergei Delevsky, organizes the strikes against falsified elections and gets jailed for this. Freedom is when a photographer, Alexander Vasikovich, covers the women's protest and gets jailed for this. I can provide you with more than 13,000 reasons why one can get jailed when he or she strives for freedom. But in Belarus, even if you are in jail, you can remain free. Even if one can steal your physical freedom, he can't steal freedom of thoughts and freedom of conscience. This year, Belarusians understood what freedom means. After this year, Belarusians will never forget the value of freedom. It's hard to gain the freedom, but it's easy to lose this. I appeal to all in this audience, always stand for freedom and protect it when it's under threat. Again, I'm so grateful for this award. It's my pleasure to get it on behalf of all the Belarusian people. Please value freedom and Живи Belarus. Thank you.